So toothpaste, that was just an example. Might as well use it up. So like lotion, I'm trying to, now I'm gonna be going around, I've been doing it with paper towels. Anything consumable, like my goal is to use up all of my dish soap until I actually can buy a new dish soap. And I've got dish soap, you know, all over the place. I've got hand soap, I've got refills for the hand soap. And then, you know, you guys have seen my cleaning products. I got rid of a ton of them, but I need to use up all of them, all of my cleaning products until I can get a new one. And I know which ones I like, and I'll get those when it's time to get them. The ones that I know I like the most. But why not use all the other stuff first if I can? That's what I'm trying to do this year. Because if I can not spend on, you know, buying toilet cleaner or whatever it would be, then let's do it. I could use something else's toilet cleaner. I could use my Dawn dish soap and squirt that in there, you know, whatever it would be. Try to use up everything, or maybe a cleaning product I don't care about. Something like that, just to get creative and try to use up what I've got. Lotions. I've got lotions stashed all over the house, and it's sort of like toothpaste. The very last squeeze of it, I've got toothpaste sitting over here in the kitchen, because in the morning I'll come out here and brush my teeth, and so I don't wake everybody up. But I've got one that has barely any toothpaste left in it, and then one with a little bit more toothpaste that I took from another bathroom. So when they start to get low, I'll put a fresh toothpaste in there and bring the old one out here. But why don't I use that toothpaste all the way to the very last speck, cut it open the day that I'm done with it, use the last little drip of it, throw it away. I mean, I've got so many partials, you know? Why not either consolidate, which I can do that if they're the same, but like lotion, I've got lotions everywhere. I need to get one area designated for lotions, and I'm just gonna put all the lotions in there and try to use up the little ones first, or the lowest ones first, and throw it away when it's gone, you know, that kind of thing, where it's kind of a fun challenge. I'm gonna be decluttering while I'm not spending. So there's so many ideas of things to do. Like you can use your pantry, use your food that's in the pantry. We did a clean the freezer challenge thing for just Steve and I just decided to, you know what, let's eat every single piece of meat out of our freezer before we buy any more, because we're only eating chuck steaks, or whatever else, maybe it's on sale, but had a whole freezer full of stuff. And so we just started eating it. And it was a long time before I had to actually buy anything. And we were eating stuff that I didn't want to eat, you know, like there was some chicken in there, and there was some stuff that we don't have taste for anymore, but we ate it. And it was great because there's stuff in everybody's freezer, I think almost everybody's, where it's like, I don't know if that's bad now, it's been in there so many years. The time to know is now. Take it out, thaw it, have something else as a backup in case when you decide when it thaws out that that's good or not. But get rid of your stuff. It's so freeing to have your freezer emptied out. It's almost like, oh, I need all that in case there's a big thing later, you know, something happens. But you don't. Those big things are not happening. I know it's always on the verge, but when it does, we'll deal with it, you know? And when I go to Costco and buy a whole case of chuck, I've got enough to last a while. And I'm eating the old stuff first. So I'm being mindful about using all of the ingredients for things too. When I was decluttering, I found I had 5 jars of garlic, you know, spices. Just take a little inventory and see what you have. Consolidate your jars, throw away something old, or list it on the buy nothing and just see if anybody wants, hey, I got a bunch of old expired spices. So people will come get them, whatever it would be, just to kind of refresh everything. And it's been really handy and fun. Fun to like, when I actually throw it away, like the last of the toothpaste, it's like, you know what? I have scraped out every speck of this, gone. Or like I've got our body soap in our master bathroom has 2 shower heads. So we've got it on his side, my side, the guest room. And then, you know, and then I've got 3 backups in my drawer, you know, of my backup stuff. Right now, instead of when one's empty, instead of going and grabbing a fresh one and replacing it, I am going to the old ones and using those and grabbing those, because we only use the one shower usually. If guests come, we can bring our shampoo and our soap back in there. I don't need to have shampoo in both showers, you know? Another thing I started doing too, razors. I just thought of this. I have a ton of razors, as you guys have seen. I'm still going through those and using them, but I've never even thought of using an electric razor on my armpits and my legs, ever. I've done like the epilator, that kind of thing, and I've waxed, But actually when I, shaving between waxes so I can get enough hairs out, I use the disposable razors, which are a waste of a whole pile of plastic, I guess. But today I just thought of it. I'm like, why don't I use the electric razor on my armpits and just see what happens? And it's smooth. I don't feel anything. So I thought it wouldn't get it close enough, and it does. And we have tons of razors. Might as well use them. Just things like that. My mindset for things, using things, is changing. It's shifting, and it feels really good to, get creative about your stuff. That's where we are with that right now. So join me on the challenge of using up what you already have. Don't go buy a new ream of paper when yours gets low, get even lower, and then go get your paper. Don't buy pens if you have pens around, gather them up and use them. And I am guilty of the pen thing, because if there's a good pen deal, I want to buy it because I love pens. But how often am I really using them? Not a ton. There's so many things that, like books, use up your books. While, you have a huge stockpile of books sitting in your bookshelf that are unread or I'd like to read those ones first. Don't buy another book until you've read all the books that you have that I'm going to get to later. That kind of thing. Just try to have discipline to use up what you already have. Join me on that, and let me know if there's other things that are along that same sort of line, or things that you found that have been helpful for you, that you've been using up that maybe we haven't thought of. Because as I've gone through this whole year, I am thinking of things all along that, it's like the razor thing. Why didn't I think of that 10 years ago? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Enjoy your life.